So good morning dear cadets. So as you know, today I could not take the class on WebEx due to the Wi-Fi signal problem. So normal video I will make and will upload on the YouTube. Hopefully you will watch it. Okay. So just to see, we are in the chapter number 2. What is the name of chapter? Acid, bases and salt. Okay. So in the previous class I took the strength of acids. Okay. And hopefully you understood the strength of acids. Okay. Now I am taking here today bases. Okay. So already you know the substances which when dissolved in water furnishes OH negative ion and they are called bases. So what are the bases? Bases are those substances which furnishes OH negative ion in their aqueous solution. Okay. The strength of base is judged on the basis of concentration of OH negative ion. So just to see, strength of acid is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration, but strength of bases is judged on the basis of OH negative ion concentration. So greater the concentration of OH negative ion, stronger will be the base, and vice versa. Means if base furnish more number of OH negative ion, if base furnish more number of OH negative ion in their aqueous solution and OH negative ion concentration is more, then base will be called as strong base, and vice versa. What is the meaning of vice versa? Means whatever statement is told, reverse of that, opposite of that one. If OH negative ion concentration is less, then what would be there? Then base will be considered as weak. Okay. So now just try to understand on the basis of strength of bases. There are two types of bases. The first one is the strong base. Okay. What is the strong base? Concentration of OH negative ion is more. Why concentration of OH negative ion is more in their aqueous solution? Because they dissociate completely. 100% dissociation is there in their aqueous solution. That is why they are called strong base. Okay. And just see, their dissociation is represented by this arrow. This arrow. Okay. This is the arrow. Single arrow. So strong bases dissociation is represented by single arrow. Now examples. So just see here, this is NaOH and this is KOH. This is NaOH and this is KOH. Both are example of strong bases. How? Just see. If NaOH is dissolved in the water, it furnishes Na positive aqueous and OH negative aqueous ion. Okay. Na positive aqueous and OH negative aqueous. And this OH ion concentration is more in their aqueous solution. That is why NaOH is called strong base, because their dissociation is 100%. Okay. So the suppose reaction is written and a single arrow is there indicating their dissociation, means you should understand that this is a strong base or a strong acid. Okay. Same in the case with KOH plus water. So in their aqueous solution, now more number of OH negative ion will be there. More number of OH negative ion will be there. It means KOH has dissociated 100%. Okay. That is why in the resulting solution of KOH, OH negative ion concentration will be more, and this will be considered as strong. This will be considered as strong base. Okay. Now what about weak base? Just reverse of strong bases. In weak base, what is there? The concentration of OH negative ion is less. Okay. Why concentration of OH negative ion is less in case of weak base? Because their dissociation is not 100%. Their dissociation is partially, means they dissociate partially. That is why they are called weak bases. In their solution, OH negative ion concentration will be less because they are not dissociating completely. Okay. And now just see, since they are dissociating partially, so their dissociation is represented by double arrow. Their dissociation is represented by double arrow. This is the double arrow. What is this one? This is double arrow. Okay. Now why double arrow is put, that also I will explain. What are the example? NH4OH and calcium hydroxide. NH4OH and calcium hydroxide. NH4OH plus water. So now double arrow, this is NH4 positive and OH negative. NH4 positive and OH negative. So just try to understand NH4 positive and OH negative. Here double arrow indicates that NH4OH has not dissociated completely. Okay, partial dissociation is there. So if anything is dissociate partially, it means in the product side NH4OH, NH4 positive and OH negative ion concentration and NH4OH, these two are called undissociated. Undissociated means in reactant side whosoever is there, that is undissociated, and product side whosoever is there, that is called dissociated. So there is an equilibrium between undissociated reactant and dissociated ion. This is only indicating this double arrow. Just see, this arrow is indicating toward the reactant, toward the product. This arrow is backward arrow, that is indicating toward the product. So what does it indicate, that double arrow? They are indicating that there is a equilibrium. Equi means same. Equi concentration means concentration of reactant and product is same. Means whatever amount of reactant is dissociated, same amount product associate and again form reactant. Means reaction is going in forward direction also, reaction is coming back in backward direction also. Once again listen, whatever amount of reactant is dissociating, same amount of product is associating and again forming the reactant. Reactant dissociate and form product. Product associate and form reactant. Means both way reaction is going or not. Means forward direction also backward direction. That is why double-headed arrow is put. In case of strong base, what is there? Why this single arrow is put? Because these reactants are dissociating 100%. Means once they are dissolved in the water, they will dissociate 100%, and only product ion concentration would be there. In reactant side, nothing will be left. Very simple example I am giving you. Just try to understand. Suppose you have gone anywhere to attend one lunch party or dinner party. Okay. Now in your thali, okay, what is there are in your plate? What is there? 5 chapati and some vegetables or some other dishes are kept. Okay. What you did? Out of 5 chapati, 2 chapati you have taken. Okay. And 3 chapati is left. Or 2 and half you have eaten and 2 and half is left on the plate. So what is there? The amount of chapati you have eaten and amount of chapati left on the plate, their concentration is equal or not? So just see, amount, it means chapati on the plate, that is reactant. Chapati which you have eaten, that is the product. Okay. So there is the equilibrium. Correct? So this is the scenario in case of weak bases or weak acids. Okay. The amount of reactant getting dissociated is equal to the amount of product associated. Okay. Means both way reaction is going in forward direction also, backward direction also. That is why there is a equilibrium between undissociated acid or bases, and they are present in the reactant side, and dissociated acids ion or bases ion present in the product. Okay, I hope that you understood. That is why in case of weak acids or bases, this double arrow is put. Now in case of this one, what is there? Now suppose out of 5 chapati, all 5 chapati you have taken. All 5 chapati. So on the plate what is left? Nothing is left. Okay. So everything is converted into product. Means all chapati you have taken. That is the case in case of strong bases. Because here whatever acids or bases are present in the reactant side, they are completely dissociated into product. So in such a case, what is there? In such a case, what would be there? 100% acids or bases will be dissociated, and product side OH negative ion or H positive ion concentration will be more. So this is all about the strong acids and strong bases. Now try to understand. This is the theoretical aspects. How we can suppose two bases are given to us, A and B. Two bases are given to us, A and B. Let me rub this one. This side, just see. Two bases are given to us. Now, how I will identify that whether they are strong or weak? So just see. In case of acid, experimental determination I told. Experimental demonstration of strong base and weak base. So how you will experimental determination of demonstration of strong base and weak base. Just see, same experiment you have to do. You have to take one beaker. There you have got A and B. Okay, A is also base, B is also base. Okay, so now beaker, already I have explained that experiment. In the beaker, first you have to take A. Okay, now one cork should be there, battery should be there. Now just attach one bulb. Okay, switch should be there. Now in case of A, just see the intensity of the bulb by which it glows. Now same experiment repeat with the B. Now in whichever case the intensity of glowingness of bulb is more, that is only strong, because greater the number of ion, greater will be the flow of electricity. So same way as I did in case of acid, you can do this. Okay, so this is also finished. Now I wrote here one thing, acidity. Now in the last class what I taught you, acids have got basicity and bases has got acidity. So what is the acidity? Already written here. What is the acidity? Number of OH negative ion furnished by one molecules of base. Suppose this is NH4OH. Okay, here I am writing aqueous. So here what is there? NH4 positive plus OH negative. How many OH negative ion it has furnished? NH4OH. So NH4 is base, and base, its acidity, base has got the acidity. Its acidity equal to 1 because it is furnishing one OH negative ion. So here what is written? Number of OH negative ion furnished by one molecules of base. Now what about this one? CaOH whole twice. Okay, CaOH whole twice. Write down here aqueous. So it will furnish Ca2 positive plus 2 OH negative ion. Okay, so what is the acidity of this one? Acidity of this one equal to 2 because it is furnishing 2 OH negative ion. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is acid has got basicity. Acid has got basicity and base has got acidity. Okay, what is the basicity? Number of displaceable H positive ion by one molecules of acid. And now what is the acidity? Number of displaceable okay, OH negative ion by one molecules of base. Okay, already I have explained basicity means acid basicity, already I have explained in the previous class. In this way your everything is completely completed. Okay, now I am moving towards the another topic of this unit, that is the pH, and that is the most important. Okay. Okay, so now I am teaching you the very important aspect of this unit. What is that thing? Expressing acidity or alkalinity of a solution in terms of pH. Okay, pH you should write in this way only. What is the meaning of this one? Potent dehydrogen. Potent dehydrogen. Actually, this is a Danish word. What is the meaning of this one? Danish word. Power of hydrogen ion concentration. Simple. Power of hydrogen ion concentration. That is the meaning of pH. Okay. What is that one? pH. Potent dehydrogen. This is Danish word, and it is developed by, means it has been given by the Sorensen. This is the name of scientist Sorensen in year 1909. Okay, Sorensen. This is pH scale 1. What is the meaning of potent dehydrogen? Power of H positive ion concentration. Now more clarity would be there. Don't worry. Just now you note down that much. Now just see. Come back this side. Basically, there are 3 kinds of substances. One is acidic substance, another one is the basic substance, and third one is the neutral substance. Okay. How can we say that this is acidic substance? Acidic substance is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration. Am I correct or not? H positive ion concentration. Basic substance is judged on the basis of OH negative ion concentration. Okay. Am I correct or not? Generally, before pH or before this unit, what we were knowing, that acids are those substances which turns blue litmus red. Bases are those substances which turns red litmus blue. And neutral substances are those substances which neither change the color of blue litmus or red litmus. That much only we know. Now as we are progressing our classes, as we are progressing days, what is there? We are enriching ourselves with more information. Okay. So just see. Acidic substance means acidic substance is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration. Basic substance is judged on the basis of OH negative ion concentration. And what about neutral substances? Neutral substances are judged on the basis of both. Means they are judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration also, H positive ion concentration, or OH negative ion concentration. OH negative ion concentration. Okay. Concentration. No issue. Okay. Just see, in neutral substance, H positive ion concentration is equal to H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion concentration. OH negative ion concentration. Okay. H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion concentration. And this is again equal to 10 raised to the power 7 mole liter inverse. Mole liter inverse or moles per liter. Are you getting my point or not? I am talking of neutral substances. In neutral substances, H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion concentration, and that is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 7 mole liter inverse or mole per liter. This can be written mole per liter. Mole per liter. Okay. Now just see, there is a one term that is called ionic product of water. Ionic. Basically, neutral substance is which one? Water is the neutral substance. Ionic product of water. Ionic product of water. Okay, ionic product of water. This ionic product of water is called, represented by Kw. What is this one? Kw. This Kw is equal to product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative ion. Okay, product multiplication H positive and OH negative ion concentration. Okay, meaning of this this square bracket means molar concentration. Molar concentration. Okay, molar concentration. What is the molar concentration? Molar concentration means mole per liter only. Mole per liter. Okay, this is means if anything is written inside the square bracket, it means that is molar concentration, and molar concentration means mole per liter or mole liter inverse. Okay, so the ionic product of water, that is Kw, that is equal to product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative ion concentration, and this is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. 10 raised to the power minus 14. Add, please mention this one, add 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, means the product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative ion is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 40. Okay, and now very simple thing is there, and this is always constant. Always means the product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative is always constant. Always constant, that is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. And now just see, if we know the H positive ion concentration, we can calculate the OH negative ion concentration. Similarly, if we know the OH negative ion concentration, we can calculate the H positive ion concentration, because their product is always equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 40. Am I correct or not? So just see, it is very convenient for us to calculate the H positive and or OH negative ion concentration by using this formula. Okay, so just see, by getting the idea of this one, ionic means Sorensen, this scientist Sorensen, he took the idea from the ionic product of water, and he proposed one scale that is called pH scale or pH. Okay, on the basis of this one, ionic product of water, he took the idea from the ionic product of water and proposed one scale that is called pH. Okay, so what is the pH of solution? Okay, now I will delete this one and will explain you. I hope that you understood this one, because this is the basis for the pH. Okay, once again, acidic substance is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration. Basic substance is judged on the basis of OH negative ion concentration, but the neutral substance is judged by both. It can be judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration or OH negative ion concentration. And just see, H positive ion concentration in case of neutral substances, H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion concentration, and that is in turn equal to 10 raised to the power minus 7 mole liter inverse. Now ionic product of water. What is the ionic product of water? It is the product of H positive and OH negative ion. This is always constant, that is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14 mole per liter or mole liter inverse. Okay, now I will teach you the pH. Okay, so just see the pH of a solution. What is the meaning of pH of a solution? Just see. Don't pay attention here right now. Just pay attention here. Magnitude of the negative power to which 10 must be raised to express H positive ion concentration of the solution in moles per liter. In moles per liter. By reading this one, I hope that you did not understand what is this one. magnitude of the negative power to which 10 must be raised to express H positive ion concentration of solution in moles per liter. Don't worry. Suppose H positive ion concentration is equal to 0.1 capital M. Here the meaning of capital M means molarity. Okay. And what is the molarity? Molarity is moles per liter only. Moles per liter. Same thing. Molarity equal to moles per liter. That is capital M. So molarity and moles per liter both are same thing. And the substance must be written inside the square bracket. Means writing things inside the square bracket, that is understood. This is molarity or moles per liter. In higher class you will study. Okay. So let us come back here. H positive ion, suppose if H positive ion concentration is 0.1 m. Okay. Means moles per liter. So this can be written just 10 raised to the power minus 1. We can write this one. Okay. Just see. Means 0.1 means 1 by 10, that is equal to this one only. Yes. Am I correct or not? So just try to understand. This can be written 0.1 molar concentration can be written 10 raised to the power minus 1 moles per liter. Same thing can be written like that. So now what would be the pH? pH will be equal to 1. Means whatever power of 10 is written, that is only, whatever negative power of 10 is written, that is only pH. Now see another one. Suppose H positive ion concentration. Now just see one interesting fact also. Here only. What is written here? H positive ion concentration is 10 raised to the power minus 1. What would be the OH negative ion concentration? What would be the OH negative? We can correlate also. If H positive ion concentration is 10 raised to the power minus 1, and what is the product? H positive ion is equal to OH negative. Sorry, the product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. So this is given. What is this one? 10 raised to the power minus 1. So what it would be? This would be 10 raised to the power minus 13. Then only this will be equal to 10 raised to the power minus 14. Am I correct or not? Because the product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. So if H positive ion concentration is given, OH negative ion concentration can be calculated or vice versa also. Okay. So here I am discussing now H positive ion concentration. So if 0.1 m is there, that can be written 10 raised to the power minus 1 moles per liter, and pH equal to 1. Means what is the meaning? Now just see another example also. Suppose here H positive ion concentration is equal to simple 0.2 m. So this can be written 10 raised to the power minus 2. Yes, that can be written or not? 10 raised to the power minus 2. Correct? So this is moles per liter. So what is the pH? pH equal to 2. Okay? And now just see. If H positive ion concentration is 10 raised to the power minus 2, what would be OH negative ion concentration? OH negative ion concentration would be 10 raised to the power minus 12. Because product of H positive and OH negative is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. Am I correct or not? Suppose H positive ion concentration is equal to 10 raised to the power, or you can say 0.0 mole. So this can be written 10 raised to the power 0 moles per liter. So that is equal to, what is the pH? pH equal to 0. What would be this one? pH equal to 0. What is pH here? pH will be 0. And what is the meaning of pH 0? pH 0 means H positive ion concentration is 0. So what would be the OH negative ion concentration? Just see here. Here only. Just see. H positive ion concentration and OH negative ion concentration product is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. If their concentration is 0, so what would be its concentration? Its concentration would be equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. Then only it will be equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14 moles per liter. So I hope that you understood this one. Now on the basis of this discussion only, I have written here conclusion. What is this one? This is conclusion. What is this one? Conclusion. For neutral solution, H positive ion concentration is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 7 moles per liter. Okay? Means for neutral solution. In case of neutral solution, what is there? H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion concentration. So just see, neutral solution can be expressed in both ways, in terms of H positive ion concentration or in terms of OH negative ion concentration, because in neutral solution H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion. So in neutral solution H positive ion concentration is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 7 moles per liter. Hence what would be the pH? Negative power to which 10 must be raised, that is only pH. Means whatever negative power of 10 is written, that is only pH. Okay. So in case of neutral solution, the negative power of 10 is written 7. Okay. The negative power of 10 is written minus 7. Okay. Or 7. So pH equal to 7. Negative power of 10 is 7 here. So the pH equal to 7. So for neutral solution pH is 7. Okay. And now just see. So what about an acidic solution? Okay. And now just see. In case of neutral solution, the product of means molar concentration of H positive and OH negative ion is equal. What about in acidic solution? Acidic solution strength is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration. So sure and definite that H positive ion concentration will be more in case of acidic solution. Okay. So just see, for acidic solution H positive ion concentration is greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7. Okay. Greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7. Greater than. So if it is H positive ion concentration is greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7 moles per liter. So what would be the pH? pH will be less than 7. Means it may be 6. Here what should be? It may be 6, it may be 5, it may be 4, 3, 1. Am I correct or not? Correct. So this is for, I hope that you are understanding. For neutral solution, what is there? H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion. But for acidic solution, acidic means what? Acidity is judged on the basis of, acidic strength is judged on the basis of H positive ion concentration. So for acidic solution as compared to neutral solution, here I am comparing with the neutral solution, H positive ion concentration is more. So if neutral solution pH is 7, so acidic solution pH will be less than 7. Okay, because H positive ion concentration is greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7. Okay, am I correct or not? Now we can say we can explain this one in terms of OH negative ion. Here just see, for acidic solution H positive ion concentration is greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7. So for acidic solution OH negative ion concentration will be less than 10 raised to the power minus 7, because equation is valid in all conditions. Product of molar concentration of H positive is equal to, means product of molar concentration of H positive and OH negative equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. So here if H positive ion concentration is more, OH will be less. Okay. Now what about basic solution? Just for basic see, for neutral solution what is there? H positive ion concentration is equal to OH negative ion. Basic solution strength is judged on the basis of OH negative. So try to understand here. For basic solution, OH negative ion concentration must be more. Okay. So for basic solution, H positive ion concentration will be less. Okay. If OH is more, so it should be less. H positive ion concentration is less than 10 raised to the power minus 7 moles per liter. So the pH will be greater than 7. pH will be greater than 7 means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Till 14 only, not beyond 14. Okay. Because the product of H positive and OH negative is equal to 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 14. So just that is why I wrote in terms of OH also. I wrote here OR. For basic solution, OH negative ion concentration is C. H positive ion concentration for basic solution is less than OH negative. But OH will be more than that of H positive for basic solution. So this is greater than, of course it will be greater than 10 raised to the power minus 7 moles per liter. So the pH is greater than 7. So this is all about the pH. So in a nutshell or in a conclusion, what is the pH? pH is nothing but a negative power of 10. What is pH? Negative power of 10, which must be raised to 10 to express the H positive ion concentration in the solution. Okay, means only H positive ion concentration. But we know that H positive and OH negative is closely associated. So if H positive ion things, means if I am explaining pH in terms of H positive ion concentration, I can explain in terms of OH negative ion concentration. But things will be reverse. If H positive ion concentration is more, solution will be acid. Okay, and pH will be less than 7, because for neutral solution pH is equal to 7. For basic solution, what would be there? H positive ion concentration will be less, OH negative ion concentration will be more, hence their pH will be more than 7. Okay, so ultimately what is the conclusion here? For neutral solution pH is equal to 7. For acidic solution pH is what is the pH? For acidic solution pH is less than 7. For basic substance pH is more than 7. Okay, so I hope that you understood this one. Okay, and you can write this one, and this is most important aspects. I hope that you understood this one properly. Okay, now still some more things are there. Now I can write here, just see here. For here only I will write. See, just a minute. Just see. For neutral solution pH is equal to 7. For acidic solution pH is less than 7. For basic solution pH is greater than 7. Okay, so just see. For neutral solution, whatever the neutral, okay, acidic solution pH is less than 7 means we can write 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, don't write 0, because when you write 0 here, pH is 0 means, now just see here. Now if pH is equal to 7, what is the meaning of 10 raised to the power minus 7 also you can write. But here you must write mole liter inverse or moles per liter. If pH is 6, that is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 mole liter inverse or moles per liter. Correct? So both way we can say. If molar concentration is given, pH can be calculated. If pH is given, molar concentration can be calculated. Similarly, here what is there? Greater than, pH is greater than 7 means what is there? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay. Now suppose pH equal to 40. So what is the meaning of this one? 10 raised to the power minus 40, because pH is equal to negative power of 10. Negative power of 10. I hope that you understood what is pH properly. So now with this hope and belief, I am winding the today's class and hope that you understood properly. Thank you.